was definitely doing.
Okay.
Yeah. In the spring.
That's what I thought. Am I starting the meeting now, or is that going to be you? Pardon? Am I starting the meeting now, or? Yes.
That's time.
The executive session,
Okay, well, then this time will be off.
right, that one. I think it was later.
Yeah, it was. Should be 5:25.
Yeah.
So, for me. Yep. All right, so it is January 21st, 2026. Let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. Did everyone get a chance to look at the minute meetings that were provided? Yep. I had noticed on there that it indicated Jason Arms as being absent. I believe that we did the virtual, so I think that will need corrected. And then as well, Andrea, she had pointed out the timing for the executive session. Was that the executive or the?
Oh, I think, yeah, executive, Greg mentioned the time was adjourned.
Yeah.
5:25.
Oh,
so-
And then with Jason no longer being on, his name will be
Yeah, the
from the
Signing
resolution there.
pages will need. That's correct as well.
So with those corrections being noted, and the actual document that'll go out, having those corrections, can we go ahead and make a motion to approve? So moved, minute meetings. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Is there anything that we need to amend to the agenda? No. Don't believe so. So next one is the elections of officers.
Nominate Travis for president.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. I know that Jason did it last year. Greg or Dan, do you have any interest for vice president?
Have at it, Dan.
Okay.
Okay. I nominate Dan, Vice President.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. And then secretary,
Andrea.
Sure.
I nominate Andrea for the secretary position.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. And we have the economic development agreement for
Or last, or
road.
for the, Jenny has served in that
Okay.
position. So we're gonna renominate hers.
Mhm.
So I guess I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
So Jenny as the non-officer. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Sorry about that one.
Good.
And then number 5, we have the economic development agreement for Market Road Prospect.
Yeah, so first thing I did order, as I ran through these, I confused, we do have 2 resolutions for possible transfer, so the correction on the resolution number. First one should be 01, is that what it reads in your packet? 2026-01, 02.
02.
Okay, so it needs to be 01, and then the second one is 02. Second, I will introduce Colin Huffines. Colin is new with the city of Tipton. He is Director of Special Projects, focused on economic development, community development. In the future, he will lead these presentations to the Redevelopment Commission since he's now in his week 3. He's helped prepare the packet for tonight, but I'm going to still continue to lead this project, facilitate questions, and then I'd also, on 3, reintroduce, I hope, legal counsel from Frost and Brown. So he's been with us before. I think facilitated our executive session as we talked about Achieva. He's helped prepare the economic development agreement. So I think at this time, open it up to the Redevelopment Commission, ask any questions, and Scott can help answer any of those questions as well as Colin and myself. So we in negotiations with Achieva, as you all remember from our executive session, really worked hard to create a win-win situation out of this. That Achieva helps. It's our first effort in the execution of this strategy toward an agriculture focus in our economic development strategy. As we learned from Terry Henderson, they're committed to working alongside the city of Tipton. And in fact, we have a meeting pending with one of his contacts further into the agriculture sector. I think just confirming that very point, that he wants to be helpful in being a catalyst to the city of Tipton and sending us on this journey. With that, I would open it up for questions.
I thought he was pretty thorough in his presentation, and I really don't have any more questions for him.
I think it'll be a very good company and business to bring into Tipton, especially with how strong we are agriculturally, and then especially with his connections that he has at the state level and federal level as well. I think it'll be very, very beneficial.
Yeah. He's excited and eager to make those connections for us. So yeah, just staying excited too.
So what was the timeline again once we get through his?
They're hoping to get started as soon as possible. So they presented to us last time their site plans of the building. So what they're working through right now is making sure there's some, as you'll see in the map, some flood impact of the parcel. So what they're trying to do is make sure that the building is situated properly, so it's properly placed in connection with the floodplain. So once approved through tonight, they'll prepare documents for presentation to the Planning Commission for construction immediately thereafter. So I think their plan is to hopefully get started early spring or late spring, early summer.
I'm ready to move forward. We need to do a motion to pass the agreement.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Get a motion to pass the agreement here.
I move we pass the economic development agreement for the Market Road Prospect Project.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed.
And then the second action as part of 5 is the resolution transfer of the property. So we need a separate and second motion.
I assume before they start building, I mean, he showed us what he thought it was projected to look like, but they would show us again, if it were to change that.
I think lessons learned. In fact, I think maybe before construction, we invite him back
Yeah.
to reconfirm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good best practice.
When reading through the agreement that we just passed, it does indicate we have that option and we will utilize that as well.
Yep.
Gonna get a motion to pass the second portion of that, which would be you said this one is going to be resolution 2026-01.
I think that's our second transaction.
Second.
That one's in the back, correct? So this one would be 2026-02 in your packet. Resolution, Redevelopment Commission authorizing certain actions related to the achieve a property development transaction.
I move we pass the resolution of the Tipton City Redevelopment Commission authorizing certain actions relating to the achieved property development transactions. Resolution 26-02.
Second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Next one, we had the 625 Madison Street. I'd seen in the email, there was the attachment for the email that's getting sent to Chad. Is that correct?
Yep.
That was already delivered?
Correct.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so after a great deal of time, no shortage of effort, we were able to successfully reacquire the property. We have concluded the process of getting the 2 appraisals. So I think we, at this time, we're at the point of initiating that public offering process again. And the average of the 2 appraisals came in at 18,000. And I think in preparation, what I'd like to possibly discuss, because I'm not sure if we're quite ready, at least the documents, I don't know that we have prepared because of this discussion, but do we want to make a genuine effort to sell the property at the average of 2 appraisals? Requesting those responses, of course, that's a statutory requirement, but just thinking that there is interest from the development community contractors to build homes in Tipton, or we might actually achieve some success. So that would be the question, and then going through that list of the highlighted areas, reconfirming with you all, now that we have the 2 appraisals done, ready to start filling in the blanks. As we do that, is there any other critique of those requirements before preparing that? Now, I believe this has your feedback added to it from our previous conversations. I just wanted to reconfirm.
I think it looks good.
So our previous construction must begin within a year of purchase date. We're at 6 months. I think our previous was 1 year. We need to see progress. Does 1 year still satisfy Redevelopment Commission?
Yeah, that would be great if it could happen that quickly.
I still don't see something, I mean, it says a floor plan with elevations must be submitted, but maybe adding something that if something changes that needs approval. I think that is what happened last time. They changed it and we weren't aware of it.
I mean, like full build plans or development plan, I'm not sure what the terminology we use, but they need to be presented with their offer.
Right, and just if elevations or something changes,
Yep.
even an email stating what it is, and if we decide that's not suitable, we can
Yep.
call a meeting, but
It wasn't approved, similar to like for the Chiva, it indicates the change order situation. So if scope of work were to change, require RDC approval.
Okay.
So the entire 1 year time frame, is that for when the project needs to be completed or when it needs to start within a year?
I think the thought was to get construction started within the 12 months and then completed within 18 months was the expectation.
Sounds reasonable. I mean, people got it done in the 1 year time frame that we gave them before, but I think that was really tight for
So,
some of them.
yeah, construction is not completed.
Within the 2 year time frame then for that one?
18 months.
Yeah,
18 months.
18. Pulling that down and then,
Or is there any incentive to completing it early then?
well, just if they're a homeowner, they get to move into the
Yeah,
property
yeah.
sooner. And
Well.
if they're a developer, they sell it sooner.
Okay.
Any starting point on the percentage? Of course, a completely arbitrary number, but
Say at least 75 or 80%.
Yeah, for more than 18 months.
Mhm.
yeah, going back to Greg's initial point, it seems like a reasonable time frame, especially if they know them on the front end.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So then on the last one, do we go back to that 1 year time frame? Our expectation is you begin construction in a year,
Right.
not completed, but start.
Right.
If you haven't started it after a year, odds are you're not going to complete it in
Yeah.
eight months. Okay. And we'll build in there, full plans must be submitted on initial response, and then any change that's materially affecting the property development needs to get resubmitted back to the RDC for approval. Okay. All right. We'll get that prepared in final form for presentation to the next meeting and start soliciting interest in it.
Okay. The next one is resolution to accept real property by quick claim deed.
Yeah, so the history of this is Northgate Industrial Park, the city and county jointly purchased that property back in, I believe, 2021. The county requested that their property interest be purchased by the city of Tipton. That portion of it has been completed, and that both the city council and county commissioners, county council have approved matching resolutions. The city council will now transfer the property to the RDC. This is accepting the property from the city council, so we can continue to move it through the various steps to get a prospect confirmed and committed on the property. That was the other prospect that we
So interested, very much so.
highly, yes.
Perfect. This was technically 03 then?
Yeah, sorry, this is resolution 2026-03.
Can I get a motion to approve resolution number 2026-03?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Any other discussion?
Not for me.
Maybe we adjourn?
Second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed.
Sorry, we didn't have any questions for